I could probably complain about a number of things that trouble me because of genetics, right? I'm sure I've got genetic predispositions that I am unaware of that will certainly prop up later in life, but things that I've already noticed, things like, kind of a weak back. What do you call these? These knees that kind of just like jut out. Kind of like those old cowboys used to do. And most recently, just not having good buns on my rear. You know what I mean? It's just totally flat. There's nothing to cushion those particular bones, tailbones, everything else in there. And you would think, well, get a good cushion. You'll be all right, kid. And to that I say, well, once you don't have the proper cushioning there, it kind of just like makes everything a little more sensitized, and that kind of just, as always, ends up in your back. And it's one of those things where, like, well, if I were to get implants somewhere, and by Jove, I don't need any implants, that's probably where it'll be. And welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I am your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no throne Cicerone. And welcome back to Thursday, folks. Apologies for being late today, but you know what? I don't have a good excuse. I'm just operating in slow mode this morning. So 15 minutes is not too bad, right? It is too bad when I was thinking of actually starting at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because unfortunately today will definitely have to be a short one. As you may notice, on this side of the screen, there is no corgi cam. No corgi cam today, unfortunately. And so this simply means that Churro is not around. And the reason why he's not around is because I've taken him to the vet to do his, 6-month comprehensive exam and testing. He's also got a dental cleaning being done. And unfortunately, that means that he is at the veterinarian's office for most of the day. And that also means that at some point I'm gonna have to cut stream and go tend to him. So looking forward to that, since it'll very much likely be his first meal when he first gets back home, which I kind of just hate to take my dog for a full day of veterinarian work knowing that he has an empty stomach. It just piles on one bad thing over another. Bad, of course, having comprehensive regular exams, whether you're a dog or human, is definitely a good thing, but it doesn't mean that it's not time lost. But before we go into any more of this, and of course we will get to our game today, let's actually talk about what's on tap today. And this is probably something, I'm pretty sure this is actually something that we've never had before on stream, neither in style nor in particular beer. This is Trends from Barrel Brothers. Now, what exactly is Trends? As you can see, it is styled like the Friends logo. It's got a group of friends, mango, strawberry, the works, and it is a smoothie beer. The one where we made a smoothie beer. As you may know from watching Friends all those years long ago, every single episode was titled The One Where, and so on and so forth. This is 7% alcohol by volume. You might be wondering to yourself, well, what exactly is a slushy beer? You might harken back to my conversation of what a Radler beer is. It's kind of a cocktail made of beer. This one is very similar. What you do is you start with a sour ale base, generally a kettle sour base, which it's beer made using lactobacillus, which gives the beer a particularly acidic profile. And they're very delectable. Lots of them are made using tropical fruits, and they're delightful to have. Not as good as traditional sours. A slushy beer takes that sour ale base, and then you add a heck of a lot of fruit puree. So it's like a beer with a lot of fruit puree, which of course makes it a slushy. I don't know. I honestly don't know the denominations, slushy, smoothie, whatever. I think that it's kind of interchangeable. I'm sure that somebody's gonna correct me on that, but yeah, that's roughly how you do it. It's and it's a very nice, accessible flavor. For people that dislike anything bitter about beers, slushy beers is definitely the way to go. And of course, beer snobs will hate you for it, but you know what? Don't listen to what they say. Don't listen to the lies of Andor. They don't nothing. Everyone, please drink whatever makes you happy. So that is those are my thoughts on slushy beers. Let's go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on the matter. Going over to this side. Okay, so trends: mango strawberry slushy, 7% alcohol by volume, by Barrel Brothers Brewing Company, and it is considered a fruit beer. If you missed the reunion episode, no biggie. We've got you covered with a new episode of Trends starring mango and strawberry. So very nice, some very nice pictures. As you can see, this is the consistency of the beer. It essentially looks like thick fruit juice. So I am very much looking forward to this. I actually bought this one for my partner. She very much enjoys slushy beers. I will also say that I did see the reunion episode of Friends, I want to say a couple of years ago, and of course it made me both happy and sad to see what the Friends have been up to, and revisiting the old set and kind of just thinking back about that point in my life. Let's go ahead and actually taste this and see what the story is all about. I've got my Blue Oak Tulip glass today, just because I wanted for everyone to see the profile. Now, the thing about slushy beers, as you can probably imagine, is that before you serve them, you should actually shake them just a bit, because of all that fruit puree tends to sediment out, and you don't want to miss on that fruit puree when you're drinking this. So you better shake it softly. Don't go overboard. This is still a carbonated drink, and so you don't want it to explode on your face. Let's go ahead and open this. Okay. And indeed is a very thick looking beer. You know what, I'm gonna put the rest of this in the old refrigerator to make sure that it stays cool. For everyone that thought that behind me having a fridge was just a prop, it is indeed a true one. And as you can see, you can't see through this, completely opaque. If it was a little hint redder, it would probably look like Clamato. Very strong notes of mango. I can't sense strawberry too well, but I feel like strawberry is not like the most fragrant of fruits. But yeah, very strong mango profile. Maybe a tinge of alcohol like a spirit, but I'm not great with my spirit, so I can't really tell what that is. If I'm a nail dear viewer, happy Thursday. Thank you for being here. You know what? That just tastes like delicious mango juice. Thick, very light on the effervescence. A consistency, a viscosity of a 4 out of 5. I want to say it is quite thick as the biggest, boldest stouts. Sweeter on the nose, sweet on the palate, no bittering notes to speak of. Fruits that I can detect: mango, obviously, very strong on the mango. Very light on the strawberry. It actually comes towards the back as you finish your beer. Sweeter strawberries though. Ripe pineapple. What is that there? Maybe like Hawaiian bananas. And I know that there's a good name for them. Is it apple bananas? You know, the tiny ones. The sweet ones. Yeah, kind of just a melange of flavors. Very tropical in character. This is one of the most wonderful beers I've had in a very long time. Let's go ahead and actually rate this. Let's move back over here. And I'm going to give this a solid 3.75 because I love mangoes. Beer snobs beware. This is not your beer. This is my beer. But okay, We'll be drinking that for the rest of the stream, or at least for a little while. Today we are playing Final Fantasy VIII, and those of you that have been following this particular stream know that I am playing the remastered version. I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5, and I'm also using the Final Fantasy VIII Original Strategy Guide, which is very helpful, but at the same time, sometimes finding information is a little obtuse. Like, one of the things is, it gives you a straight walkthrough, but then it's only all the way at the end that it actually shows you like detailed maps and where items can be. And I feel like that, not necessarily, I feel like that information should be combined. But what do I know? I was never hired to write a strategy guide, so what can I say about that? Let's go ahead and start. We do have a question of the night, of course, a question of the night, because we are still feeling autumn-y. Question of the night today. Also because I picked up a couple of cider beers today. Cider beers, pumpkin beers. Do you like pumpkins? That is the question of the night today. Tell me what you think about pumpkins. Do you enjoy them? Do you dream about them? Do you long for them? Do you long for a time where you and pumpkin could be together and think about the wonders that await you in your future? That is the question of the night. Feel free to answer it. Totally optional. But with that, let's go back to Final Fantasy VIII. And like I said, we are playing on the PlayStation 5. And I know that it is going to be very loud, so let me lower the volume preemptively. I bet somebody is about to say, Ailes, you forgot to turn on the captions. And you are right, and I apologize for that. I should really have a check mark that tells me when I've done that and when I haven't. So, as you might recall, I just escaped the prison, the D District prison, and then Selphie, Irvine, and Zell went to a missile base to stop some missiles from being launched to the gardens. It doesn't seem like Travia Garden was saved, but Balam Garden might actually still have the opportunity to be saved. So I'm stopping right now in Balam Town, because I wanted to reset the card rules before moving forward. It's very important to have the proper card rules, ladies and gentlemen. I highly recommend it. Let me see if I can find where we are. Ragnarok. So much game left, honestly. Calvadia Missile Base, we've done that. We're back in Balam Garden. And so let's just leave it there. Like I said, I want to just go ahead and reset the card rules first before moving on. Making sure that we all have everything that we need. Everybody's junctioned properly. Magic, GF, and draw. I have Renault as a caster type. Makes sense. And I generally just go with auto. Ability for Squall, Magic, GF, and draw as well. But I have them mostly for attack. And then Quistis, I also do the attack, but I do give her, right, and then I do magic, draw an item, just in case we need items as opposed to just using a GF. I should probably see which GF she has so that I don't miss out on their abilities. But I kind of just want to go. Just kind of want to go. What are we learning? Elemental Defense J. Spirit 40, which is good. Summon magic 20. Magic bonus. Siren is definitely the magician's GF. HP plus 40. Magic plus 40. Status defense J. Okay, so that's all of our guys. And I think we are good on that. Like I said, I did want to reset the cards one more time. Get rid of the thunder. I should probably refine some magic just in case I run into good drawing. Some good drawing. Dang. That's good. So all the small magics has become good magics. Go ahead and take all the thunders. So I guess mid-level refinement can only work on 4 spells, huh? Yeah, might as well boost everything to the highest setting. Since low-level spells are easy to come about. Or rather, easier. Cure. Okay, we're good there. And I see it, but I still have to press it. I still have to confirm. Cures into Curas. There we go. No slots wasted. Okay, and I think that's all I needed to do, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, where's the card queen? I think the idea is that you challenge her, make sure that the rules are what you want them to be, and then you play somebody else to, like, trade rule all. Yes! I really love the bass on this theme. Okay. Yes, sirree. It's always interesting to fight against low-level cards because you know that they're going to flip immediately after they are flipped. So it's almost like you're just going tit for tat, and you never feel like the tide is ever really turning, if that makes any sense. Sound like the cartoon Doug. Who is worth wasting? Sorry, the queen has to be placed. How dare you. And nothing can really turn this one, so... And we're good. Just a second here, folks. Checking out my burner account. A red bat! Okay, so now that we have the rules that we want, let's go ahead and challenge this guy over here. By the way, how about a game of cards? Yes. It's not like anything can be beat. Nobody can beat the Wiz. And voila. Welcome, Inaiko. How are you doing this fine day? Thank you very much for answering the question of the night. Pumpkin pie and pumpkin flavored things. I have to admit, pumpkin pie is my favorite pie of all time, all year round, so very good answer. Yeah, I think I enjoy it. It's just like a good bite of pumpkin. Also, I gotta be quick, Ales, but I need some advice per usual. Feel free to shoot. You know the topics that I can't touch in Igo, but otherwise feel free to share. What a weird disclaimer, but always happy to help. Alright, who do we want to turn here? And voila. Take them all. Okay, so the card rules are secured. I do want to make sure that we do have as much magic as that our junctioning is as proper as possible. At the same time, I want to make sure that everybody has the magics that they need. Let me actually pick on the people that are not here. So Zell, of course. Can I take some fire ref from Squall? Split. Let's go with a 50-50 split. Just in case I need to draw points, that I won't be completely stalked, and then I don't have to think about it too much later. You know, now that I'm going through this exercise, I feel like this is better an off-stream sort of thing. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think let's go. Let me go ahead and save on the world map. But we should be fine. We should be fine. And of course, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off no attacks because I'm not interested in really facing anything here in the world map. But before I do go in, I will go ahead and save. Rest you not. By Jove, there will be saving. Alright, let's see. Oh, by the way, ads start in about 3 minutes. Okay. My girl is okay with a third now. She thinks it's attractive. Wait. She thinks it'd be attractive to watch me. But we are in a year relationship and we're pretty solid. Okay. And I was for the last 2 weeks doubting us. But it's like she noticed and knew what would rekindle us. Is this a trap? I know there's success stories, but my whole deal is, will this relationship last another year? I would love to, but might as well go out with a bang. Pun intended. I like your style. And I go. Let me suggest this small premise to you, and I go. Right now, you are at the very least 1 year smarter, more intelligent, and more knowledgeable of what you want than you were, again, 1 year ago. And so, if you think that it is worth coming back to this relationship, if you understand, if you feel like it is something that you seek, that you crave, then maybe I say, why not go for it? Because you know what, you know, your lady friend is also 1 year smarter, 1 year wiser, and maybe she has fine-tuned, maybe she has come to understand you a little bit more. And so, you know, in terms of like suggesting, oh hey, is this a trap sort of thing, I mean, I'm never going to say that it's like a 0% chance of it, but at the same time, I feel like you both know that you probably don't want to be wasting your time, right? And I have no idea how old or young you are. I can only imagine that you guys are fine. It's not a thing that you have to worry about. But I will say that time is valuable for all of us. And I can't imagine that anybody wants to waste a year of their life on somebody that they know eventually is not going to work out. I don't know. I feel like there's such a thing as one night stands, sure. But at least from what you're suggesting to me, does not sound like what that is. So I would, again, I don't know the ins and outs of the situation, but if you think that this is something worthwhile, something that will fulfill you, something that may answer a deep and pressing question for you that you did not receive an answer to last time around, then I say, yeah, maybe go for it. And if you, with your added intelligence and wisdom from this 1 year, don't think that it's worth the effort, don't think that it is worth the potential risk, then I would probably suggest, you know what, maybe this is done and done. Let's see. This is true. Wow, thank you, Ailes. Yeah, hopefully some of that resonated with you. That's kind of how I'm reading the situation. Yeah, it is the sort of thing that you kind of just have to... There's no guarantees, right? There's nothing like 100% certainty. It is more about just, is this risk worth something? Will this make me happy? And will that happiness be enough to offset any potential risk that is still in my mind? Because unfortunately, you're never going to be able to answer that question, right? Maybe this is good and maybe this is not. I wish that I could speak a little bit more on this specific situation. I did have one ex-girlfriend. We did become friends afterwards, and I will say that there were times where I thought, well, we are more mature people. Maybe we could have gone back. It never happened, but sometimes I think about that. And ad break has started, so let me just write this. Sorry, ad break started during that last bit. All right, I'll answer afterwards. Let's see. And just a second, folks, as we are navigating the world of ads. Okay, it looks like ad break has ended, or at least that's what it's telling me. So, sorry about that, Inigo. The last thing that I really said was, I wish that I could speak to the situation. I haven't, necessarily been in that many relationships, but I will say the one significant relationship that I had, where I broke up with a young lady that I had been together with about 3 years. I feel like we walked away from that relationship the wiser. I feel like we were in good terms. And yeah, every once in a while I'm just like, hey, you know what? Had we actually given it a chance, maybe that would have worked. I am not gonna say I am very happy with my partner right now, but it is the sort of thing. It's like if you have a significant relationship, you definitely walk away with it with a lot more understanding of who you are, of who they are, and it's let's end it there. That's kind of what I said. So that's all I have to say on the matter. Hopefully some of that helped. I know that a lot of the time the things that I say are very empty, so hopefully that responds to what you were asking. Okay, so we're back in Balam Garden over here. Find the headmaster. Let's see. Love the optimistic point of views. So poetic. It's not so poetic, and I go, I'm just old. I have had time to dwell on things and think about them several times. That's all that is. Alright, let's see, where are we? What's going on? Are they evacuating? Seize him! Kill him if you have to! Go! And everybody's running around. What? Go! Okay, so we're on a manhunt here. Everybody's just like randomly running around. And there are monsters. Ochus. Chance for first strike. Let's take them down, sea bass. Ooh, they have some sleeps, which are always good. Some muggies. We love to muggies. And drop from the second one. Stock some silences, maybe. Stock some berserks. This is how we do. Just attack. Ah, he's out for the count. Bum, 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 bum. The powder of silence. All the GFs leveled up. Get a draw point. Ah, we don't get to... Let me actually go ahead and use Cure. The Cure. Actually, our resident magic user is Renoa, so it makes more sense to use it from her. Squall. Quistis Renoa. One more time. Thank you very much for that, redeem, and I go. Always appreciate it. And yes, I know I need more alerts, I know. Okay, I think... Quistis. It'll happen, it'll happen. If time is infinite, it will happen. Ah, only 3 cures. What are you guys doing? Does anybody want to play cards? Go! What are the objectives, actually? And again, as I suggested before, we are using the strategy guide over here. So, objectives. Help the seeds in each area of the lamb garden. Find Shu on the 2nd floor. Speak with Sid in the office. Enter the MD level. Defeat the oil boils. And start the ancient machine. So the first things first is we have to find Headmaster Sid. And fighting off monsters on each branch. Blah blah blah. Make sure you speak with the seeds you assist. Most of them will give you an item. You'll find Naida, the other seed who graduated with spawn in front of the infirmary. Be sure to stop and say hello. Okay, let's see. Save points, drop points. So essentially everyone that you save ends up having some items. Let me see if there's any particular things that I should not miss. I guess I'll continue reading once I've entered the underground level. Because as Turtles in Time will go underground. What's the name of the underground level in Turtles in Time? Bury my shell on Wounded Knee. Ooh, bombs. Maybe I'll just have Renoa on drawing duty. Squall can just mug. 2 bomb fragments. Nice, nice. And nice, some level ups. Sorry, I'm not home right now. Walking into spider webs. Siren learn magic bonus. I really hope that it is Renoa that has that is, yes, she is currently junctioned with Renoa. Status defense times 2. Oh, that's nice. That's not bad. I do want to make sure that she has proper HP though. Yeah, let's go with that. That makes sense. Now in terms of abilities for Renoa. Magic bonus. +1 to bonus magic at level up. So let me put magic +40 here. Magic bonus over here. Bonus. Does she really need to have the GF command? I don't think so. Draw. And then let's go with treatment. Just in case she needs to use it. So she will be a resident mage / healer. Changes current HP are okay. Yes. And then of course ability, we want to emphasize magics. I do want to give away some magics of her though. So that she can continue to draw. No, she's at 100 with everything. You know, once I encounter monsters, I'll get a better idea of what I need to give away. What the hell is going on? You three, which side are you on? Huh? Answer the question, are you with the Garden Master, or are you with Sid, the Ranch Salad Garden Master? I don't understand what you're talking about. Do you swear your allegiance to Garden Master Norg? Just rolls off the tongue. I don't get it. Can you tell me what's going on? I'm the one asking the questions, you're just supposed to follow orders. Hey, what kind of attitude is that? You're with Sid, aren't you? I didn't even do anything. I'm supposed to not know, but I know. Norg is the true ruler of the garden. Okay, man. Let's draw. Sleep, silence. Ooh, silence. And attack. Squall has it all. Nice. Boom. Oh, the draw failed. You should just go to the next available draw. Nice. This has Cure Us, huh? Beautiful. Boom. Couldn't steal. But now it's dead. You can probably steal. A little magic stone. Well, let's find the mystery of this garden mystery. Actually, let me move my keyboard out of the way. I'm sure right after I say that, I will have to use a command. But we'll risk it for right now. Let me put this strategy guide here, leave my phone there. Just in case I need to... Give me just a second, folks. Just as I say that, course I get questioned about something. Okay. So, Turnstile is here.
Hey, Squall, the garden is in chaos! The monsters from the trading center are everywhere! The members of the Garden Master faction set them free. Watch your back, man.
Okay, do you need some help?
If you're going inside, take this.
Ooh, some megapots. Okay, but do you want to play some cards? Okay, fine, I will watch my back. I don't know what... Oh, come on. Ugh. A Caterkey pillar. How dare you? These guys have some pretty darn good spells, I'll say that. And down they go. That was quick. Okay, let's try to go back in. Okay, good. And it's Fujin and Raijin. Raijin? Raijin? Raijin or Raijin? Raijin. Hey, you're back! What's going on here? I don't know. The first day we're saying something about rounding up the seeds, you know? Now everyone's either siding with the Garden Master or the Headmaster and fighting everywhere, you know? Disturbing. Disappointing for the disciplinary committee. All our work's for nothing, you know? Why are the seeds being targeted and where's the Headmaster? Is he safe? We got no clue. We need to see him right away. It's important. Galbadian missiles may be heading this way. What? We gotta get out of here. Ouch, jeez, alright. Well, warn everyone about the missiles. Man, this is no time to be fighting, you know? We'll go look for the Headmaster. Caution. Yeah, the fighting's intense everywhere. And watch out for those Garden Master goons, you know? Hey, who do you support? Are you with the Headmaster or the Garden Master? Hey, just like Fujin said, you know? We're with Cypher. Always have, always will. It's like, oh, so I guess we should let him know about Cypher. Cypher, he sided with the Sorceress. You guys alright with that? Oh, troubles ahead. Let me give away some of Renoa's magic if she's just gonna be on drawing duty. So I saw some Thunderous. Let's split this. Give him about 50 of them. Okay. Then I know that there's Curas. Ooh, nice. Give all. It seems like we're all stocked up for Curas. What else did I see? Like Silent Sleep? The Sounds of Silence. Sure. Take all. Winners? No, wait. Give all. And I think there was one other thing. Stop, slow, full life. What am I missing? Berserk. I think it was Berserk. Sure. Give all. It's not even junction to anything. Everybody seems to have all the slows. Okay. What do I have that is not junction to anything? Floaties. We're already gonna run away those. Blinds. Sure, give away all the blinds. Okay, I think we're good now. Let's keep going. Hey, let's check out this map. Where do you wish to go? Does anybody want to stop and chat with me? We could go directly up the stairs, right? Maybe. I want you to check this entire floor. Sid is definitely hiding somewhere on this floor. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to go everywhere. Can we play cards though? No, I guess not. Let's go around, maybe let's find Dr. Katawaki, or I think it's Katawaki, right? Is it Katawaki? What is this? The infirmary. We can catch up later, Fox! Hold on a second. Where do I get all of these? Just a second. Gotta change small thing on churro. Update. Okay, let's keep going over here. What are you guys up to? Looks like Sid has some decent pawns. Alright, they're definitely decent. They have little collars, shoulder pads. This is getting nowhere. Call the monsters. We're gonna help. Let's get in there. What are we fighting for again? Okay. More seeds? Yeah. Okay. Let's wait for Renoa, see if she can draw something good from it. Ooh, new spell. Five pains. Let's mug this guy. And I want to scan with Squall. Wizard stones, nice. Just like the wizard. Pain. And okay, Granaldo, a large insect type, uses its large spikes and tails to attack. Weak against... Is that thunder? I think that's thunder. Or wind. Looks like wind to me, but why would it be weak to wind? Okay. I'll buy it. I'll buy that for $1. And keep attacking. Has nothing. I think it makes sense to continue drawing from it. Squall can continue to attack. Beautiful. Maybe I can cast its own spell on it. Can I cast it on him? Miss! Like they would say in Mario Party. Down he goes. And that it is Dr. Katawaki. Oh my. Can you stand up? Why are you helping me? I'm with the Garden Master. Stop being ridiculous. I don't care whose side you're on. We need to take care of those wounds now, you hear? Squall, don't just stand there. Give me a hand. If I have to... What is all this faction mumbo-jumbo? It's ridiculous. You're looking for Sid? As you can see, he's not here. Do you have any idea? Shu might know. I have no idea where she is, though. Why are you looking for him anyway? I need to inform him that there may be missiles heading this way. You should get out of here, too. Are you serious? Then I'm definitely gonna stay. How does that rationale work? Okay. If anybody gets hurt, who's gonna look after them? Hopefully somebody that didn't blow up because missiles are headed your way. Alright, well, you do your thing, Dr. Katawaki. Oh, sorry. Do you wanna play cards? No. Squall, take this. You'll probably need it. Some elixir, nice. But it's not Mega Elixir. Then I'm definitely gonna have to stay. If anybody... Okay. What? You wanna play a card game? Yes, of course I do. You know, I used to play a lot. Not lately, though. Let's do one round. One round. One round, everyone. As I recall, Dr. Katawaki had some pretty solid cards, and it actually helped me strengthen out my deck very early on in the game. Ah, it's a behemoth. Famed monster of Monster Hunter. That's bad. I don't think she can beat me with this. And if you're just joining us, we are enjoying Trends, a slushy beer with mango and strawberries. And as I like to say, all my love to long ago. Let's put out Diablos. Actually, and we got an ad starting in about 3 minutes. Let me finish this round and then we'll take a quick break. Make quick work. Okay. Ooh, he's got the perfect defense, huh? Yeah, there's nothing I can do to turn these guys. But we can't just defend ourselves. Three, two. Who has the strongest sides? Definitely Cypher. We might be able to turn one card. Yes. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, folks, and let the ad play. We will be right back with some more Final Fantasy VIII. Welcome back from Ants, folks. Thank you very much for your patience. We are still playing Final Fantasy VIII, and we just defeated Dr. Katawaki in a children's card game. So now she knows our wrath and knows never to mess with us again. Maybe. Hey, dudes. Hey, Squall. Who are you? What? Oh man, it's me. We passed the seed exam together. I can't believe you forgot. And so she's the third person that passed the seed squad along with myself and Zell. Oh yeah. Gee. Well, it's just like you to forget. Go on, I got this place covered. What about you? Who are you? Are you important? The headmaster isn't here. Nita, do you want to play cards? A card game at a time like this? Okay. Well, I was just testing the waters here, but let's do it. Gotta get them cards, folks. That might be a new... Oh, Tomberry King. That's definitely new. This might be a challenge. Are you asking for a challenge? Oh, they've got no strong sides. But at the same time, that won't actually help anyone. 5 is as good as I'm gonna give it. Take it away, Zell. 4. The only thing that can beat it is Ifrit, but of course he'll be turned immediately. Which might be a good thing. Not really. The only weakness of... Well, so he'll drop either the Tomberry King. I almost think that it's not worth it. Drop him there. Okay, so there's Tomberry King, which is definitely the card that we want here. And no matter what they place, they won't be able to beat. Let's go ahead and take it. And I think we're in the solid here. Nice. Boom. SAM. Tomberry King. So I know that Tomberry King is a GF in this game, but it is also a boss monster. So I wonder how it is classified here in the card menu. I guess it's classified more as a boss. And actually, this is not even the first one that I've gotten. Anything in level 6 and above is considered a boss monster. Gotcha. Okay, good to know. So I wasted my time. Caterpie Pillar. And I'll let Renoa draw first. Ooh, Kiraga. Thundercow! Some stops. Nice. And this is kind of a weak monster, so I am confident with just drawing from it for right now. Try for like about a minute. Oh, come on. Ah, blast you, Caterpie Pillar, you have won today. Am I still under condition? No. Okay, I think we're fine. Let's use some magic. feel like in this game, HP melts away like butter. Like even if you have thousands of HP, it's like, oh, one hit from regular monster is like 600 HP. What is this place? The Quad. Sophie's favorite. I do also love Quad beers, that is. Also known as quadruples. I can't imagine that these guys have good items, good draws. I guess they do have Pyras. Nice. Just gotta make sure to mug everyone before we blitz them. Couldn't steal. They were holding on to their goods way too well. And this is as good a time as any to suggest that even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the consumption of water. Water, the element which brings life, helps you stay balanced, helps you stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol imbibing and any other imbalance, so drink up. What a day, folks, what a day. Give me just a second here. Checking on stream health. Stream is healthy. Take a couple of these and call me in the morning. Oh. You know, I wish my high school or college had been as beautiful as this. Damn it! We need reinforcements. I wonder how anybody can fight in that outfit. It seems heavy. It looks heavy. Are these idols? Back attacked. The softest part of our bodies. The back. I didn't know that they had a stone spell, so I should probably get rid of them quickly. Does this... they have the same exact thing. And Squall seems to have everything, so he's gonna act as cleaner. Renault has everything, so let's go ahead and just finish this one up. Nothing looks damaged so far. Who's there? Oh my gosh, are these Spider-Man? Whose side are you on? You know, right now I'm going to just say that I'm part of the Headmaster's faction because nothing should suggest to me that he's not the righteous person here. I'm with Robin Williams. That's what I thought. Who's this Garden Master anyways? Is he the king of salads? The Headmaster had most of the seeds evacuate. He said something about the true battle for seed is yet to come and now it's not the time. Okay, well, that's good. Here, take this. An X potion from famed acclaimed show X-Play. You won't find Headmaster here, we're gonna hold up here for a little longer. Okay, so I don't know what we just got. Something, we got something, somebody learned something. I think Renault may have learned something, actually. The Anarchy Pillar. Nice. Just assault after assault. Let me cast Curas on my friends. Because they're my friends. And down he goes. Let's check on Renoa's status ability. Yeah, so Angelo learned Invincible Moon. Let's do the final one, which I believe is Angelo Strike. Yeah, all the bars are filled up. More Angelo abilities. Wish there was like a text prompt that actually told you that that has happened, though. Fyra. Magic stones. Ah, drop failed. Some muggies. Give me all the magic stones. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's two branches of the garden that we've explored. And that's almost like it fits the theme of the metaphor, branches of the garden. Cafeteria. Where is Zell? There's bound to be some hot dogs, corn breads. So, small story. Not really a story, more like a fact. But, yeah, when I used to go to school in elementary, one of the things that they offered as part of school lunches was cornbread. And I really didn't like that. You know, I like bread and I like grains and all that, but I just didn't like cornbread. And I've never liked cornbread ever since. So it's a very sad story, but can you imagine for a second a reality where I actually liked cornbread? Would I still be streaming? You be the judge. And welcome, Daft Minions. How are you doing today? Here's hoping that you're having a mellifluous day. Good to see you once again. Another one of Sid's followers, die! Hello, hello indeed. Some bombs. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. Stall them before the biggest bioweapon shows up. Let's draw some question marks. Yeah, what is that? Meltdowns. Ooh, nice. Muggies. Ooh, it's gonna blow up, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's I don't know that we have a... Oh, okay, it's down. Never mind. I thought that was for a second a little bit dangerous, but it wasn't. You know, there's something about bomb enemies in Final Fantasies. I feel like depending on the game, they can just be like fodder, and in other games, it's just like you better be extremely careful and make sure that you use this strategy or you are gonna party wipe. Renault gets a level up, a bomb card. Okay. Thanks for the backup. If you're looking for the headmaster, he isn't here. We've gathered here to make them believe that he's in here. I mean, I would assume that he might be there because there's food. If I was hiding out in a school, you know I'd be at the cafeteria, eating some cornbread. If they attacked us all at once, there's no way we could hold them off, even if we are seeds. You guys have no faith. The others are doing the same thing in other areas. Essentially, we're cutting them off. Brilliant, huh? It wasn't our idea, though. Who came up with it? Shu. She took charge immediately when this whole thing began. Well, that's good to know about a character that I've never met. Found the Demi Moore. Six Demis. Hey Squall, tell those traders to bring it on. As you can see, the headmaster isn't here. Here, you can have this. Gisel Greens. We're definitely against what they're doing. Guys, there's missiles coming your way. Why is everyone just like hanging out? Oh, I hope my brother's alright. Yeah, you know, maybe he is. I don't know. I hope so. Do you want to play a card game? How about you? Maybe you. Yeah. Alright, nobody wants to play a card game. I don't understand. In my school as a teen, we had option to go outside for lunch. Really? So, again, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'm a dinosaur. As you can see, I'm just aged. I got the gray hairs. And at least in middle school, I do remember that there was a cafeteria proper, and then once you were finished, you could go outside to the patio. I guess maybe that rule has still stayed in place. Also, I was in Miami during that time, and I feel like at this point in my life, I feel like rules in Miami, Florida were a little bit skewed, or just Florida in general. The local chip shop offered more, better value. I like how you called it the local chip shop. Doesn't seem like you can go anywhere here, but I did just earn a lot of money. And then I don't even remember if there was like any particular regulations on high school. I remember that yes, there was a cafeteria, but you could basically eat anywhere on school grounds. Nobody was like policing where you ate. Strange times. Strange times. It is so mysterious that you can eat anywhere. Okay, so cafeteria is clear of Headmaster Sid's. Another bomb. Get some Firas. Oh wait, I attacked with the wrong person. Silly me. Oh, it heals him, huh? There he goes. Boom. It wasn't that bad. I thought that it would affect the entire party. No XP's acquired. Just a second here. Okay, let's keep going to the next location. The dormitory. So at least we'll be able to find a save point. Now we need to be safe. Hold on, did I just get a call? Well, I guess I'll get back to it in just a minute.
What? Another one of Sid's followers? Prepare to die.
I don't know why they talk like that, but I feel like they talk like that. I could see it in their face.
You're siding with the headmaster.
Okay, let's see if we can draw something good. Nice, and the spider webs, though we can't really use them anymore. Ooh, status defense J. Okay, so Carbuncle can learn something new now. Learn not to burn. Could do the counter attacks when attacked. Not super interested in that. It doesn't let us control the battle. Maybe vitality or HP. Maybe status attack. This is a difficult one. Let's just go with HP. And who is Junction? It's Renoa. Let's go ahead and auto-abilitize her magics. Okay. So Kyuraga at the HP. Nice. We are protected against zombie for some reason. Shouldn't this just be Esuna? Like, it just gives us plain defense against everything. We don't need to be specifically defensive against something. Some of the questions that Final Fantasy posits. Why would you need to defend against zombie clearly in Holy Land? What is this thing? An Ochu? The Sounds of Silence. And down it goes. And if you're just joining us, we're enjoying a mango strawberry slushy beer to your health. Okay, so this is my room. This is my room, I say. We can probably go ahead and use a tent. And I remember that I basically made it so that I have as many tents as I needed, so I don't have to worry about how many I use. Let's go ahead and save. Bee Garden. How come we can't run in here? This seems like a guitar case. I can't imagine that the actual gunblade is this long. But I guess that's how they decided to have it. It's also interesting that the emblem on the gunblade case is Griever. And of course, Squall has like a Griever necklace, and so you wonder which one came first, like the guitar. I keep calling it guitar, the Gunblade case, or like his necklace, or maybe it's just like a popular brand, like a Nike. You know, a Nike, a check mark. That's what a Nike is, right? Said by nobody learned, an erudite of sorts. Let's mug. Draw one more time. I think it takes 2 attacks and then... Ooh, nice. Is this my first playthrough? So it is my first playthrough of the remastered, but I have played Final Fantasy VIII probably decades ago when I was still in college. So I remember some of the stuff, I don't remember everything. And of course I am using a strategy guide, so... It is certainly helping recover some memories. Almost as if I had used GFs in my youth and I forgot all about it. Yeah, just like that. And I think I remember you saying that you played it not too long ago, Daft Minions. Of course, that was a conversation we had months ago, so... Or maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else, and for that I apologize. Another one of Sid's followers die! How did they even know? Is it my jacket? Is it my jacket? It's my jacket. Grendel. AKA Zenogre. And it definitely did the Zenogre thing. Ooh, doubles. Muggies. Ooh, some dragon fins for our troubles. What is he doing? Wow. Devastating attack. Let's hurry this up. How many doubles can we get? Let's draw for exactly 1 minute. And then let's move on. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like this is actually causing any status damage. Okay, let's just hit him. Oh gosh. Where's my cure spells? The slowest motions ever. Let's see, on my 5th playthrough, it's difficult to progress when I want to grind all the things, lol. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely something to be said about trying to do everything in Final Fantasy VIII. Ooh, nice. Angelo, come on out. Angelo Cannon, go! I definitely want to grind all the magics, get all the levels for the GFs, get all the items, item modifications, get all the weapons, you know? Invincible Moon. Do it, Angelo. Beautiful. If only my dog did that. That is a big treat. Some more cannon power. And I think that is it. We were able to survive. But that 5 times, I'm pretty impressed, Daft. This is a fairly long game if you're trying to go for completion, so... mad respect. Okay, let's do some cures. Maybe let's just use items. We do have a lot of it. Okay, I think we're good. Delicious mango. To days to come. Thanks, but no. Not at all. I am rubbish, to be honest. You know what, Daft? I think you are... how to say... maybe you are what they say, a diamond in the rough. Do not underestimate yourself. Alcohol mango. So actually this happens to be... let me pull it up. Just 1 second. So, this happens to be Trends, and it is a mango strawberry slushy beer. I don't know if you've ever had a slushy beer, but it is essentially sour beer with fruit puree, so essentially a slushy. Okay, where were we? Okay. Sounds delicious. Yeah, it is delicious. Especially if you don't like the bitterness of beers, I highly recommend slushy beers. Unfortunately, they're a bit seasonal, and I know that not a lot of craft breweries have them. We'll see if I can get me paws on some. Yeah, I would definitely recommend. Some of my favorite slushy beers are the more tropical types, like mango, like passion fruit, and definitely pineapple. So seek them out. Again, I don't know that they're everywhere, but if you find some, get it. Sir! What, Sid? He was just a hologram all along? What the? It was just a hologram. Pretty cool, huh? No, it was not cool, dude. Take this, it may come in handy. Received a tent. I wonder if tents essentially just look like portable tents that you use for camping. As you can see, he isn't here either. And so can you imagine that you're in the middle of your school and you just decide to pitch a tent on the hallway? Assume that no monsters are going to attack you. Do you want to play a card game? Fine. Why don't you guys want to play with me? Now we'll be taking a break in like the next 5 minutes or so. I think that makes the most sense for me. Okay, and this is the training area, which I was dreading this entire time. This is where we get all the dinosaurs. The Lost World Jurassic Park. I should probably stop pouring while this active time battle starts. Draw. Cast Curas on my buddies. Nothing to steal. No crimes to commit. Kaboom. And down it goes. A north wind. A wind from the king of the north. Okay, I was about to pour the rest of this beer. Let's see if I can actually do so without any minor disturbances. I went off beer over a decade ago. Was that for health reasons? Was it just not your jam? You know, I completely understand all reasons. To be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't into beer until I met my significant other. She was like, oh hey, want a wheat beer? And I said, well, I don't like beer, it tastes bitter. And then wheat beer wasn't bitter, ciders weren't bitter, sour beers weren't bitter, dark beers weren't bitter. And you know what, by the time I got around to bitter beers, it was just like, you know what, this isn't that bad. Okay, let's go to the training center. Last beer I had tasted like puke. You know what? There's a lot of beers that taste like puke. Especially, again, sorry to say this, any IPA lovers out there, you guys are great, you do your thing, but sometimes your beers taste like pine sol. Let's see. Sauce for the mild trauma dump. Hey, no, you're fine. You're fine. I appreciate the insight into your story, into your lore, Daft Minions. Over here, she's one of the headmaster's seats. I often, I know that there's like streams out there for like big and important streamers. That, you know, like messages are going like a second, like a line a second sort of thing, and it's just like moving up, and I don't know how people move through it. One of the things that I would like to, I don't know about emphasize, but I would certainly like people the ability to just say what they think, you know, without breaking the rules, of course. So feel free to expound and wax poetically about your past. The junior classmen are with her. Don't let them escape. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fight too. I really like those hand bracelets. Yeah, those are nice. This should be interesting. Ah! Did he just hit him in the groin? I'm not training every day for nothing. That kid is a hero. Why, you little... We have to help them. Wow. How did we do that? You'll have to get... Excuse me. You'll have to get past me first. Another one of Sid's followers? Die! Hold on a second here. Walking down an aisle in Sainsbury's last week. On one side, pineapple juice, the other coconut cream, prompted me to buy some rum for pina coladas. Well, Daft, you had me at pina. I love pineapple. That being said, I almost love coconut anything just as much. So this was a win-win situation for you, my friend. Pina coladas are so delicious. And I'm not even a cocktail guy, so... Nodders. Oh no, it's a dinosaur. I hate these things. They're gonna... Those opposed to Norg must die! Alright, let's see if we can draw anything good from this guy. Let's scan. I forget what these guys are like weak against. Zoom and enhance. Alive since the beginning of time, its power and HP are very high. It's better to run if you encounter one, and it's weak against ice. I'm guessing it's because of the Ice Age, maybe? That makes sense, right? Dinosaurs are weak against ice because of the Ice Age. Yeah, we better run, but unfortunately, I don't think the game is going to give us that chance. Oh, come on! We better keep Renault on, like, heal duty. Nice, 10 Dino Bones. Quake. We can continue to draw some stuff before he destroys us. Does he have a Shiva with him? Yes. Tell me I have some blizzards. Yes, I have some blizzaras. He's just eating the crap out of us. Okay, no good. We need to magic this. Oh, I forgot about my boost. Boost mobile, let's go. That is a big boy. I feel like I have like this nightmare every time I think about the dinosaurs in Final Fantasy VIII because they definitely destroyed me several times early on in the game when I was first starting out. It's between the dinosaurs, the T-Rexes, and then the ruby dragons, or red dragons I think they were called. They're bad. Throw some more Shiva on it. Curas. Actually, nice. Blue magic. Gatling gun. That should be fun. Let's do a Gatling gun. Ooh, come on. Well, that's a pretty big hit. It wasn't what I wanted though. Oh, come on. I can't do this boost mechanic for my life. Jeez. Okay, Quistis, you gotta... Oh, come on. What's good? Acid. That wasn't that good. Okay, we might have saved Quistis. Renault is still in the red. Angelo, come and save us. What controller are you using? I'm using the PlayStation 5 controller. I'm actually playing this on the PlayStation 5. Oh no. Oh, good. Nice. Yeah, it's alright. It is an original PlayStation 5, not one of those fancy PlayStation 5 Pros, which seem like an arm and a leg price. This guy is tough. Oh, and down he goes. So he actually does an attack before... Wow, that's crazy. Renoa leveled up. And Ifrit Lin summon magic. So Ifrit and Siren. Ifrit, Siren, and brothers. I gotta remember this. Okay, so Ifrit could do more summon magic. Let's do GF HP. Nah. It is the quickest one. Siren. I rarely use Siren as a GF, to be perfectly honest with you. But it does help as a shield. Let's just go for status defense junction ×2. And brothers. Elemental attack, defense, the defend command. I don't know. These are pretty good. Attack in place of a party member. I mean, it works depending on who you have brothers on. That's the thing, right? Let's go with HP plus 80%. Everyone can agree with that. Nearly filled up Siren's ability tree. Yeah. Of course, at some point you get items that like help you like flush it out some more, right? Let's use some items to heal Renoa. And I know that you can do all sorts of things. You can essentially give every single GF like all the abilities. I don't think I ever got to do that. But it is nice to think about the possibilities. Yeah, the pet shop has a forgettability thing. Oh, that's right. So you can like delete certain things because I think that you are limited to like 2 pages worth of abilities if I recall correctly. Okay, what do you guys have to say about my cool skills? Thanks, Squall. Here, I hope this helps. Some remedy. How about 3 remedies? The headmaster, he isn't here. Okay, how about you kids? Thank you. Child,
Thanks. Someday I'm gonna be a great seed just like you.
okay, does anybody want to play card games with me? That's the reason why I'm here, you know. Alright, fine, I'll take the kudos, but you know what we're gonna do? You are correct. Indeed. I remember some things, I forget some things. But you know what we are going to do? We are going to take a quick break. I need to bio break, I need to stretch, I need to apparently respond to a phone call. We'll be back in 6-7 minutes or so. We'll be back with some more Final Fantasy VIII goodness as well as a new drink. So stay tuned for that. I guess I'll go ahead and play the next ad just to get it out of the way. But yeah, see you on the other side. Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, mere man or Munich myth, the world's least interesting man. And welcome back to the stream, folks. Very happy to have you. Of course, we are in the Retro Rathskeller corner of the stream, where we play retro games, generally persistent campaigns, and of course today we are playing Final Fantasy VIII, where we just learned that the garden has been taken over by Norg, and we are trying to find Headmaster Sid. Before we go back into the action though, we do have a fall and autumnal delight. This is Smashed Pumpkin, and it is an imperial ale from Shipyard. As you can see, it's right here. Very nice kind of artwork, of course, just like that royal blue with some nice oranges in terms of pumpkin. And of course, I guess the question that follows obviously is like, hey Ales, well, how do you get pumpkin into a beer? I thought that you boiled grains and then you got beer. Well, the idea is that you start out with an ale, of course, as you normally do. You boil it, you create wort, and then you let it ferment. But while it's fermenting, what you end up doing is you end up throwing pieces of whatever you want into the fermentation tank. In this case, you would be throwing some pumpkin, which, I learned because I am an amateur homebrewer. Having enough pumpkin flavor into your fermentation tank can never be enough. You need a lot of pumpkin in there in order to actually have your beer taste like pumpkin. So you throw your pumpkin into your fermentation tank. The beer picks up some of those pumpkin notes, and you end up with a pumpkin ale. Of course, imperial, whenever you see the moniker imperial in something, it simply means that it is higher in alcohol content than most beers of its particular genre. Generally, you're looking for an 8% alcohol by volume for something to decide to call itself imperial. It used to be like a moniker that was attached to mostly stouts, specifically Russian imperial stouts, but now I feel like every Dick and Johnny uses the moniker imperial. But those are my thoughts on the matter. Let's actually go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on the issue by starting right over here. Okay, so a 9% alcohol by volume, so definitely imperial, by Shipyard Brewing Company. This is a pumpkin and or a yam beer, and I know that there's like a slight crossover between pumpkin and yam beers. Sorry, pumpkin and yams in general. They're like a related vegetable fruit species. Pumpkinhead's bigger brother. A big-bodied beer with a light coppery orange color and pleasing aromas of pumpkin and nutmeg. Well, let's see if that is true. I am down for pumpkins. It is October after all. We're in the Eads of October. And today we've got our standard stein glass with the Untapped logo. Not that they sponsor me, but you know what? I feel like they should sponsor me. So Untapped, I'm knocking on your door. Knocking on Untapped's door. And yeah, I feel like this might be like a bit of an amber ale that they decided to put pumpkin to. And just the fact that it's got darker malts, higher alcohol content might suggest to me that it is indeed a darker beer. Let me go ahead and put the rest of this in the fridge. And as you can see, it is indeed amber. Whenever you see an amber beer, what you're thinking of is a combination of dark malts as well as light malts, which gives you the body of a darker malt, but as well as the bitters and graininess of a golden malt. In terms of a nose, actually it does smell a little bit like pumpkin, like fresh pumpkin even. Some zest, some sweetness, caramel sweetness, I love it. Famine ale. And that's like a mouthful of pumpkin. That's delicious. Definitely some nutmeg there. I feel like sometimes I confuse my nutmegs for my cinnamons, but this is definitely very strong nutmeg. In terms of body composition, somewhere in the medium range, a solid 3. Maybe even a 3.5. Light bittering notes, but nothing to write home about. Nothing that builds, definitely. I feel like the caramel, maybe even some of those maple notes, that sweetness kind of just tucks away any part of those bitters. And kind of just like toothsome, very strong mouthfeel, very much pumpkin first. You can feel the alcohol, but I wouldn't say that it is very strong. Let's go ahead and give this a rating. I am actually impressed. I saw this at the bottle shop, and I didn't think too much about it, other than the fact that I wanted to like share a pumpkin beer, and it looked very pumpkiny. I didn't have like high hopes, but this is actually very solid. And cheers, we got it. And that, as they say, is that. Let us go back to Final Fantasy VIII. Give us just a second here. Everything looked cool. Okay, so we just defeated the T-Rex at the training arena. Let's try to see what else is around here. And of course, my phone is about to fall off my desk, so I should stop it. Stop it, you kids. Let's explore the rest of the training arena, training center, just in case there's anything. Some of these plant creatures. A chance for the first strike! The sounds of silence. Well, just let Quistis destroy everything. Especially since she has the mug ability. No stealing allowed. And down it goes. Gastric juice. You hate to see that happen. Get some silences. Do some more mugging. We do love the Muggies. That should be like a rock band from the 70s, the Muggies. Kaboom! Just whipped it out of existence. Nice, and we've mugged the heck out of them. Beautiful. And down they go. Couple of level ups. Nothing special here, really. There's our save point. Before we go there, though... Actually, let's just go ahead and save. Just in case. Were them tents? Nice. Actually, that reminds me, I should definitely sort my magics. I feel like half the time that I'm in battle, most of what I'm doing is making sure that the magic is in... Sorry, half the time I'm looking for magics, and that's because they're not sorted. I wish that there was just like a standard order for magic all the time. And of course, this is as good a time as any. Even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the drinking of water. Water, of course, is the element which brings life. It helps you regulate your metabolics, and it certainly helps you stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol in the body. So drink up. A 5 out of 5 for water. We can't go over there, huh? I guess we can't really proceed. That's unfortunate. I wanted to go to the lookout, see what that was about. Fine, be that way. Be that way. I still like you. And there's a draw point here. I can't imagine that it is anything rare. Made by Rareware. I guess we have everything. Target, seek, and destroy. And it's gone. Nice, nice. Give Quistis some blizzards. And let's keep going. Almost done with the training center. I really want to avoid any more dinosaur fights. It's like, this is not... Oh. Fine, be that way. Be that way, game. I give you a chance. Just one last chance. Some quakies. Ouch. Ooh, Dino Bones. Where's my Curas? And boost. Ouch. Yeah, these things are just crazy. Got hit. Okay, this is getting wild. I'm surprised that for all the concentration that summoning a GF takes, it doesn't actually like break concentration if you get hit. It's just that the GF itself takes damage. Let's go with Cure on Renoa. No, you gotta use Blitz. Nah, that's not a good idea. Here we go. Maybe Aqua Breath? Jeez, guy. Okay, a good hit, but not great. Maybe micro missiles. Nice. 9,000?
What 9,000?
It is just chewing on Squall. Oh, come on. Ah. I should have definitely used the limit break instead. Guess we'll just keep using magic. Maybe I should have Renoa switch to magic and Quistis can actually do heals by using items. Ooh, actually. She can do Blizzard. Ooh, and down it goes. Nice. These things are like mini bosses, honestly. Quetzalcoatl learned an elemental defense J. All the GFs leveled up. Let's see, what should you learn? Maybe some more HP. I'm trying to think, should I put I'm wondering if I should, instead of having magic here, just have him do card. GF, draw, card. Just because I think that can get us out of some sticky situations. And I think that makes sense to me. Okay, so some high pots. Quistis. And let's keep going. Okay, we are out of here, lady. And let's go to the last section of garden. I forget what this is. The library. The library, of course.
What's taking so long? Hurry up!
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Another one of Sid's followers. Die!
Doesn't seem to have a very strong Pokemon right there.
Face the wrath of this monster!
I think we've been trampling over these guys for quite some time. Stop. Let's go with Confuse. Mug. Some muggies. Oh man. Guys, just wake up. Ooh, silence powders. And down it goes. Ooh, Grats card. Congrats. Okay, so back at the library.
The headmaster, he's definitely not here.
Well, do you want to play cards? I guess not. Whew, thank you for your help. Okay, so no cards, huh?
Hey, Squall, I'm doing my best just like everybody else.
And I'm assuming no cards.
Please take this.
Some remedies.
Good luck.
GL. Do you want to play cards? No, I guess not. There's another scene here, right? There's our draw point. Come on. Who could have drawn that? Okay, let's go to the back side of the library.
La bibliothèque.
Is there anything hidden? Collapse Man. Explosion. CT. Mega Phoenix. Oh, you actually have to have Zal to get a couple things here. That's unfortunate. And there's an item. There's a man from Garden at the training center. I think we missed them. That's unfortunate. Okay, so nothing to see here except my beautiful face. Look at that. We are beautiful. Okay, I think that we've searched everywhere at this point. Shoe? Oh, I'm assuming they're up there.
She went up.
Okay, so let's go up the elevator. Which apparently we could just do this entire time. What are we facing? A bomb? Lamp oil. Nope. Bombs. Get some melties. Let's try and card it. Ooh, nice. Down in one hit. Let's hope we can find that shoe. We could never go down that hallway, unfortunately. Man, there's monsters everywhere. Attack it by the rear, its most vulnerable state. Just whipped it in the back. Well, at least we're getting a lot of like random items and things of that sort. You never know when these can actually be used for... Oh, hey. Whose side are you on? Neither. We have urgent news. We need to see the headmaster now. Where is he? Just trust us, Shu. There's no more time to waste. Okay, that was the easiest convincing ever. I'm listening. Galbadian missiles may be heading this way.
Here?
Alright, I'll inform him right away. Where is he? in his office. We made it look like he's hiding, but he's been there all along. See, so he was there the entire time. Follow me. Can I check out the classroom and all that other stuff? I feel like I didn't get a chance. I don't think I can go into the classroom, unfortunately. But what about the extra doors here? For emergency use only. What about this special door? Oh, hey. I love this weather, this breeze, it's perfect. I guess he's just sleeping. Okay. Well, you do your thing, dude, I guess. Do you want to play cards, though? Nice breeze, huh? I'm refreshed. How about a game of cards? Let's do it. Not a bad set. Nice and easy. I don't know, let's go with the cipher card. And we shouldn't need very high defense to do what we need to do here. Really, we need tops and bottoms. And as long as they don't flip anything else, I think we should be fine. What is Abaddon? I don't think I've seen that one actually. Wanna go again? I can't imagine this guy has any special cards. At least the walkthrough didn't say anything about it. How dare you? He does have an Ochu card though. I don't know if I have that one yet. Honestly, most things will work here. As long as we have a strong side. We don't even need a strong side. Okay. I guess we did have an Ochu card. That's fine, okay. We'll let you be, fella. I thought you were a vendor or something like that. Let's go up the elevator and go see Sid. Okay. He's waiting for you. How regal. I'll go tell everyone to evacuate. I feel like this is what we should have been doing this entire time. Shu, come on. Shu. Do you want to play a card game? Fine. Don't play a card game. Sir. Shu has told me about the missiles. The intercom is down, so we can't announce the order to evacuate. Shu, Raijin, and Fujin are taking care of that. I want you to assist them and then evacuate. What's on your mind? But I have a lot to report. You can tell me later. You might be dead later. Do you have a problem with that? Yeah, what are you gonna do? Sir, what are you gonna do? What a direct translation of his inner dialogue. I'm going to stay here and see this to the end. After all, this place is like my home. No, you can't. Just come with us, please. You can always rebuild this place. No, you can't. This is like a fancy spaceship. Sir, you can rest assured, I am just going to try something. There still may be a way to save the garden. Oh my gosh, what is it, like stomach acidity, maybe like heartburn against missiles? How? You wanna... I'm too old for this. I feel like you don't look that old, to be honest. Maybe, you know, you could use a little bit of like a, you know, like maybe some cardio, but otherwise you look fine. Sir, I'd like to handle whatever it is that you're planning. And why is that? I don't know, because you might screw up. Because I want to do more than announce the evacuation. Because this place is important to me too. Because I want to find out your plan. Because this is my home. I have too many reasons. I don't know why. Who cares? My feelings have nothing to do with it, sir. Quistis was right. You do have a hard time expressing your feelings. Why bother? And what is this? Why am I being judged? Sir, please tell us your plan. This building used to be a shelter, long before it was remodeled into the garden as we know it. Use that key to open the lock on the elevator. Opening the lock will give you access to the MD level, so to the medical doctor level, of course. Rumor has it that further below the MD level, there is some kind of a control system. It was used when this place was still a shelter, so I've never seen it, and I have no idea what it does. All I know is that it was used for the shelter, so it might prove effective against the missiles. That's what I'm betting on. So essentially he has no idea what the shelter mechanics of this place do. He just thinks, well, this might work against missiles. Sounds pretty far-fetched, but I guess it's better than doing nothing. I feel like we should just evacuate. I don't know why we're searching for things. I understand. We'll find the control system and check it out. Good luck to all of you. Who knows what you may run into down there. Make sure you are prepared before you go down. Can we save? It looks like we can save actually. So we can use Sid as a save point of sorts. Nice. Okay. So, just a second here, folks. Do you want to play a card game, though? Too bad I can't buy stuff off of him, though. That's one big oversight. So we gotta go to the MD level. And here we go. Missiles are headed our way, the same missiles from the wedding in Final Fantasy X. Huh? Okay. Do you want to play a card game? Hey, there's no way I'm gonna get stuck in here. Yeah, that would not be a great use of our time. Look, there's definitely has to be a way out. Okay, well, there's clearly a hole here on the floor. If you guys want to check it out. It's right here. It's like a square. No, am I just seeing things? Huh. I'm trying to like click on anything right now. Maybe if I get past them. This is weird. It's right there. Just interact with it. It's fine. Maybe I have to look at the control panel in some funky way. Nobody's got you the way I do. Whatever demons you're fighting through. Been watching a lot of Kaiju number 8. That song is just stuck in my head. Okay, let's look at the strategy, guys. We're just wasting time here. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Nobody's got you the way I do. The way I do. You'll have to check the floor to find an access panel that you can open. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I guess just keep looking at the floor. Which again, very silly. It has to be an incredibly precise, like, interaction here, I'm guessing. Yes, I know. Can you just stop talking? I just need to interact with this thing, which is obviously the way out. Out! I love how we're just about to be destroyed by missiles and everyone's ignoring. Oh, wait. Something happened. It's not responding. Great. Now can I interact with the floor? Yes. Thank goodness for that. Alright, Squall. Nobody's been here for a while, so be careful. Wow, that is very long stairs, and I don't want to be here when the elevator starts working again. Okay, and there it goes. Oof. Of course it immediately starts working. Let me see what my objectives are right here. You'll need to open a large hatch. Great deal of effort after climbing up the ladder. Large sleepiness. Okay. See if there's anything else that's of significance here. Okay, let's keep going for a few minutes here. Wow, that looks like it's stuck. Nice, nice. And we're in the sewer level. Sewer surfing. An oil stratum. Watch out for enemies weak against fire around here. If you junction fire elemental magic, battle should be much easier. We have the elemental attack J ability. I believe we do. If we have the elemental attack junction ability, we can junction magic to increase the strength of our physical attacks for that magic's element. For example, if you okay. I don't know why you would be talking about this. I think everyone kind of understands this. You guys haven't trained. No. I remember. I remember. Okay, let's go. And let's see if we can do some of that junctioning. Fire. He already has fire elemental, so it's good. It's good. Nice. And then Renoa. She doesn't have an elemental, unfortunately. But that's fine. We'll do without. I don't know which is the way forward. I think we're just stuck here. Who has a Ifrit now that I'm thinking about it? So, equipped to Quistis. I think I should put her back with the GF command very soon. Ta-da! And just a second here, folks. Checking out some stuff. Okay. And you know what? We're going to take a quick break here. Let's go with It'll Always Be Alright. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Gotta take a quick bio break, a quick stretchies, but we will be back with some more Final Fantasy VIII. So stay tuned. I'll go ahead and play an ad as well. back to the stream, folks. We are playing Final Fantasy VIII, and we are trying to save Balam Garden from being destroyed by missiles. So, let's get to it. If you're just joining us, we are enjoying some Smashed Pumpkin Imperial Ale from Shipyard Brewing, so to your health. Okay, so let's see what we need to do here. I think it's a pretty straightforward path. Go down the stairs. Go down the stairs. And unfortunately, our friend Churro is not with us today because he's at the veterinary. But I'll have to go pick him up in about an hour or so. So I think we've got about an hour more of stream. What is this place? Gross. It's like a sewer. Where's my pizza? Okay, what is this? To open the valve, hit square repeatedly for 10 seconds. Begin after this message. How many times do I have to do this? Come on, how hard can this be? Ah! Why does it have to be on a counter? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Renoa, help me out. Show me some of that Angelo muscle. Ah, nice. Thank you, I needed my other to do this. I love you, Renoa. For your muscle. Okay, so it is open, which means that we can proceed, I believe. But those are not the guarding controls, they're just like, we're just opening a door here. As far as I can tell. Maybe? Maybe let's go back and see if something opened up. Okay, so now we can actually go downstairs. If I could just move. I don't know if I would be very confident to climb down these. I was just about to say, it's surprising that we haven't faced any enemies thus far. Back attack! Some Thundaras. And he's out. Unfortunately. Why do you even attempt to fix your hair, Questus? Your hairstyle is always perfect. Jealous, as they say. Jealous. Ooh, drawing point. Drawing point, draw point. Can you imagine you just pull out your adult drawing book at the draw point? Give it to Renoa. Full lives. A dead end. We have to climb up again. I wonder where it's connected to. Strange location at the very least. I want to go back if this was a dead end. Looks like it's connected to that room. Make a decision, Squall. Let's see. I'm just going to be sacrificial. I'll go check it out. I'll go take a look. You two wait here. I thought this was like a roundabout. But I guess we can't really go back, huh? Do you want to play cards? I guess not. I like this this dichotomy. Renoa here is in blue and Quistis here is largely red. I guess Selfie's yellow. I wonder if they were going for something there. Okay, let's go up.
Raw yellow, Slifer red, Obelisk blue.
Ooh, okay, not safe. Bing. The controls. I know exactly what to do. Okay, seems like something happened at least. It looks like I'll have to use this ladder again. Not ready yet. But there's a door here. The path up ahead collapsed after that collision, so I can't go down this way. I wonder if I should have used that door before. Okay, I guess there's no two ways about it at this point. Climb down. No, now.
Squall, are you okay?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to make it this time. Didn't you think so?
I don't even know how to respond to that. Kind of. Maybe a little. Who cares? We have bigger things to worry about. Okay, so the ladder's there. Something must have changed. There's the drop point for the full life, which hasn't really replenished. But I'm assuming at this point we just go back the way we came. Got some monies for doing nothing. I certainly love doing nothing and getting money. Should happen more often. And let's go up. Oh, the longest ladder ever. You know, I've always looked for like jackets like Squall. I don't think it's very functional, but it is just very so stylish, you know? It's just stylish. Stylish jacket. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. They just have like the frilly fuzzy part at the top and they just like make it be like a half jacket. At this point though, I gotta say, I don't know that I have the proper body shape to showcase something like that. But let me suggest this. Let me suggest this. If somebody were to just give me the jacket, just like, oh, by the way, here's a Squall's jacket, I would probably be very compelled to just like get in shape. Maybe. Okay, how do we get to that ladder over there? I think we have to like go back to the control room and like undo whatever we did. Okay, come on. Why is this like the tightest? Just... Ah! I don't know what I'm doing. I literally just came out of there. Nothing should be blocking me. Okay. Can we like close it? Okay, I have... Maybe it's just a glitch in the graphics. Or a glitch in the matrix. I don't know. Or maybe I missed something downstairs? Could be possible. Let's see, what does the walkthrough say? After climbing... There's a ladder. Exit the room and go down the new ladder. Climbing up the ladder and turning on the computer, you'll need to go down into the pit below. Okay, so there's gotta be something down there that I missed. This is just not the greatest navigation. My kingdom for proper 3D platforming. And if you're wondering what my kingdom is, everything the light touches is my kingdom. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. What a voice. What a voice. Oh, start first. And let's go with, see if he has anything interesting. Muggies. Couldn't steal, and down he goes. Just a second here, folks. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Rich, Lich, Glitch. Why do you do this to me? Okay. Couple of things here. Number one, hello the fool, how are you doing today? And also, thank you very much for the raid, Rich. How are you doing this fine day? Thank you so much for raiding in. And I guess I should do the proper intro thing. Imagine me responding to a text message while you happen to pop in. Let me go into this screen over here. Alright, so thank you very much everyone for raiding in. Very much appreciate your support. However fleeting that might be. Rich, how are you doing? What are you up to? And what were you playing just now? It's been some time. It's good to see you. Let's see. What's up, Ales? How are you? I'm alright. Unfortunately, I am without my partner, Churro over here. He happens to be at the vet, and I intend to pick him up shortly. But how are you doing? Let's see. And yes, well, Rich, it is indeed a Rich, legendary streamer that happens to have found their way to us. Just got home from work. Hopefully work was okay. You're good. Great. Played Crow Country. Really fun so far. That sounds like I've never played that one. Is that an indie of some sort or anything? Anyways, for anyone's raiding in, I am Aelwolf, otherwise known as Ael's Gentleman Streamer, the excellence of in execution, the No Throne Cicerone. I like to play persistent campaigns. I play both retro and modern, and I like to talk about beer. And today we are actually enjoying pumpkin beer right here. It's an Imperial Ale from Shipyard Brewing. So to your health. But yeah, thank you very much for popping in. Very much appreciate your support. Today we are playing Final Fantasy VIII, of course, and I know that you are playing this, Rich, so I won't say too much other than the fact that we are back at Balam Garden, and we are trying to do something at Balam Garden. That is all I will say. So if anybody, including yourself, Rich, needs to raid and run, absolutely feel free to do so. We certainly accommodate raids and fates here on the channel. Hope it's nothing serious. No, actually, it's just his comprehensive exam. He also had a dental cleaning, and whenever my dog gets dental cleaning, and I'm sure that it's the same for every other dog, you have to put them under anesthesia, they have to go to sleep and all this other stuff. So it's like a long day for him to be at the vet. Sounds great. It's okay. I very much appreciate your understanding, Rich. And once again, I'm glad to see you. I am fairly certain that within the last couple of days, I was lurking in Kane's stream and I saw you interacting there. And I was going to say something, but I was just way too busy. But it was nice to see you. And you know what? Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe that's a bad memory of mine. But I thought that happened. Let's see. I do gotta raid and run, get the dog and cat, and myself some food. Please get something good to eat. Obviously, streaming is tough work, so please find something delicious for both you and your furry friends. I'm usually in Kane stream, and I was just thinking when I saw you there, I was like, maybe I should hang out more in Kane stream because I feel like I'm a new follower. I haven't had like a good chat with him, so I'm gonna try and do that. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in. Very much appreciate all the raiders. And with that, let's go back to Final Fantasy VIII. And yeah, let's just keep typing. Command something in his stream. Okay, you know what? I'll try that. I won't even ask what that is, but I'll just try that and see what happens. Will that get me banned, Rich? Will that get me banned? Let's go back. And of course, before I forget my manners over here, everyone who is watching out there, and that is a horrible misspelling. I keep telling you, Rich, yours is the only username that I have to look at what I'm typing in order to actually shout out, and I find that lovely. Kindly give our friend Rich Lich Glitch a follow, who is a friend of the stream, an excellent streamer by his own right, generally does retro RPGs. I feel like recently, whenever I've been lurking, you've been doing Marvel vs. Capcom, but most recently playing Crow Country, and I should check out that game because our recommendation by Rich is, of course, holds gravitas, holds weight, holds seriousness. So kindly give them a follow. Stop following this channel and follow his instead. That's what I say. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in, everyone else. And let's continue over here. Buell's card. Buell's card? Buell's card. I'm gonna say Buell. It sounds like fuel. It sounds like fuel. Thank you, of course, you are the most welcome, and once again, thank you very much for considering me as a raid target. I don't deserve it, Rich. Oh, there's a green button here. I wonder what this does. Ooh. Seems like we took off the parental safety. Okay, and this is the save point, so let's make sure we get a tent in. Let's make sure that our commands are where they need to be, simply because we need to... I am very certain that we're about to face a boss battle. So let's go ahead and junction our commands. One thing that we probably don't really need is the card command, of course. Let's go with magic, GF, and draw. For Quistis, I definitely want to... I think that she has the Ifrit GF, and I think we might need him here. Let's do some magics. And let's go with draw. Draw item. I don't know. Maybe let's keep item there. Yeah, maybe let's keep item there, just in case. And then for Renoa, who is most magically inclined. You're a wizard, Renoa! Let's go with magic, draw, and item. And voila! So let's tent it up and let's go ahead and save. But yeah, we love pumpkin around here. I was just telling one of our earlier chatters that my favorite pie, not just in the fall season, but year-round, has got to be pumpkin pie. And it is because it is probably the only time where I get like a mouthful of pumpkin. Like, I enjoy the pumpkin flavor, but I don't really get too many chances to actually eat pumpkin. Like, I can't just like eat a fresh slice of pumpkin. And I feel like a lot of things that are like pumpkin flavored don't necessarily taste like pumpkin, they mostly taste like spices. So it's like shooting myself in the foot, but at the same time I'm just like, I'm gonna pick my own battles. Okay. So let's keep going over here. And this looks like a lever. Okay, and I think that's our end goal right there. Oh gosh. What is this gross thing? To our collective lives. Okay, so let's start with Renoa, see if there's anything worth drawing from these guys. Why? What about the other guy? Oh, at least they have cures, so that should be good. Don't need to do that. Let's get some fires. And then muggies. Burn them up. Kaboom! 4 fuels. Fuels. And let's go for the second oil boil. And then she can start just casting Ifrit. Oh, come on. But she did steal. Though she missed the target, she actually stole the fuel. That's funny. So maybe Renoa can just go ahead and cast Esuna. Dara Ganes. Actually, Squall can just attack because he has the fire element. And call on the power of Ifrit. What is he, sucking up our powers? Who's good? I can't get enough of this song. Beautiful, look at that. Oil Blast. Gosh, these guys hit like a brick. I hope this doesn't affect the GF's visibility. Oh, come on. Kaboom. Beautiful attack. Is that it for one of them? Nice. Okay, Squall is in the red. Let's cast it on Renoa. Squall. Let's keep doing Ifrit. Trying to get the limit. Why isn't it happening? I'm surprised that it's not happening. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to do with what we have. Maybe I'm under some sort of a status condition that's not allowing me to... Oh gosh, if Ifrit is dead. Cast on fire is Esena on Squall. Curse, that's the problem. Here's the problem. Too many toasters. Burn, baby, burn. What was that thing that politicians used to say about like oil drill, baby drill? Something. Okay, this is not a political stream or anything. I just thought that was funny. I'm not gonna talk about politics. I broke my own rule. I broke it. Let's cast Esena. And oh, and he's dead. Okay. So nobody received any experience. I wonder why. Oh, and Shiva did learn an attack. So did Carbuncle. Very nice. We'll have to hurry. They might be coming anytime now. And we're just gonna go straight forward. Let me go ahead and use my abilities. Actually use an ability that Renoa has. Oh, she doesn't have treatment. Never mind. Let's go ahead and use Cures Poison, Petrified Darkness, Silence, Curse. Oh, actually she has Blindness. Nice. And then let's give Squall a high potion, just in case we pick up fight before we actually make it all the way to the end. Almost there. And another staircase, of course. Kind of interesting how deep the garden goes. And I could see Tidus just like surfing on these missiles. You know what I'm talking about. Why do the missiles have eyes? Can somebody tell me that? Why do they have eyes? Okay. Looks like we're here. What are we supposed to do here? Yeah, good question. How am I supposed to know? Even the headmaster doesn't know. Well, just start pushing buttons. That always saves the day. And I think that may have done it. Do you know what you're doing, Squall? I don't know. What else can I do? Okay, and something seems to be moving. What the heck? Very nice. Hey, and things are moving, folks. Okay, and it seems like we're taking to the air. We've gotten our first airship. The garden flies. Johnny 5 is alive. They're coming. Missiles incoming. But the garden moves, the garden dodges, the garden parries. And that was a sticky situation. We're moving.
I see. So this is the secret. I wonder what's going on outside.
Well, I don't know. We're flying. Come on, Squall, let's go. Squall, let's go see.
I'm concerned about the others. Can you go check?
Can I say I'll go later? What happens? I guess there's nothing else to do here, really. I don't know why Renoa just like randomly decided to leave us. Can we play a card game though? That's what I'm thinking about. Yes, I'll go do that. I did want to do, I completely obviated one thing and I apologize for this. I believe I know this. Yes, I am right. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to do while the iron was hot was give our friend the fool proper ails and fails treatment. Let's see, what does that spell? Underscore TTPPG. Okay, so anyone watching out there, kindly give our friend the fool TTPPG a follow, who is an excellent streamer. I don't think they're as foolish as they suggest they are, but I certainly doubt it. Kindly give them a follow. And they were last playing Puzzle together, which I can't imagine is a beat 'em up. It's not a rhythm game. It's gotta be a puzzle game. So yes, kindly give them a follow. Okay, let's go and save the others, or check on the others. Jeez, way to jump the gun there, Renoa. Ba-da, bum 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 bum. Dun 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 da da. Okay, so are things getting back to normal yet? That's the real question here. Hello.
What's going on? I was hiding for a while and now I see all this chaos. I mean, I'm really scared. Obviously, you're not, huh?
I don't know.
Oh, well, take care.
Okay. Do you want to play a card game, by the way? Okay, we're done here. What about this fast guy?
What the hell is this? Nobody told us that this thing can fly.
Yeah, I'm certainly also, it's also news to me. But so it goes. Hey everybody,
This is crazy. Okay, just calm down. Take a deep breath. Whew. First, the garden master's men started rounding up seeds. Then the fighting. All of a sudden, the garden began to shake violently. Then the missiles came. And now we're flying. This is crazy. Okay, just calm down and take a deep breath. And I think she's gonna go through the same thing. Okay. Ah, my back's killing me. You and me both. Man, what the hell are we doing? Sitting around doing nothing while those things coming at us. Okay, what about you? Why are you running? Care for an interview? From NPR. It's incredible. Go check it out. Okay, let's go outside. Da 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 da. I don't think we can go out this way. I'm sure at some point in the story we'll get to use that door. Whoa. Beautiful. I wonder if we would have gotten this scene if Renoa hadn't come with us. But I guess she's part of our party, regardless of what we do. This is like a door or something, huh? Weird. There's also like a ladder. So I think that meant that Renoa actually learned something. Let me just go ahead and check. Well, Angelo's learned everything, so unfortunately we can't do anything more here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try and leave. Squall! It's the headmaster! Get back to the bridge on the double! What's the problem now?
Squall, the controls aren't responding. I don't know what to do. We're going to crash into the town of Balam if we don't do something.
Just pull on the lever. That should give us some lift, right? No way. We can't we do something? We have to do something fast.
Squall, can you think of anything?
No. Squall, do something. Squall. How should I know? Damn. I'm sorry about cursing. It was Squall, not me. I was just trying to get into character. Now what?
Yes, we're turning.
Seriously, it was just all a matter of just like pressing some buttons. It's like we have a giant Roomba in our control. Squall, you did it! Oh my gosh, we're gonna crash into the sea.
Everybody, hold on to something.
Somebody should really find an instruction control manual for this thing. Well, I guess we made it.
Whew, Squall, everyone, a job well done. I think the worst is behind us for now.
Where are we heading?
We'll drift along for the time being until we figure out how to maneuver the garden. So it looks like we can finally relax for a while and spend some time considering what to do next. So much for my room. Where am I gonna change now?
I don't know. Good question though.
Just a second here, folks. Trying to check something out. And of course, trying to figure out what we're doing here. Okay. How long has it been since we started moving? There's not much more to do now. We've taken care of all the monsters in the garden. Oh yeah, I still have to report to the headmaster. There's a lot of things I want to ask about too. He's probably still busy, trying to re-establish order in the garden. We're in the middle of nowhere. Man, I'm bored. I hate having nothing to do. It gets me thinking too much. I hope Selfie and the others are alright. Was it wrong for me to let them go? I wonder how Zell and Irvine felt about it. That sorceress. Who is she? Why fire missiles at the garden? Is Cypher ever coming back? I'll get even with him next time. Ah, that's the best way to wake up. Hey. You look so adorable, sleeping like a baby. Come on, get up. Let's go. Go where? Give me a tour of the garden. Is this another one of your orders? No. I just want you to show me around. You know, to get acquainted with the place. Please. Fine. Oh, Squall, you crazy kid. Let's try and give her a quick tour, I guess. Let's go ahead and save. I can't imagine that we're gonna do any fighting right now, considering that we're missing a party member. That's probably the only safe sign from this game when you know you're not gonna go in for a fight when they give you less than 3. Except for the beginning, of course. This place is huge. Do you think it's bigger than Galbadia Garden? Who knows? Let's start this way. Let's start with the parking lot, of course. What's over here? The parking lot. What about over there? The cafeteria. Squall, I really appreciate you showing me around. But can you try to make it a little more fun? You know, like a normal tour. What does she want from me? Can we actually go into... Okay. Looks like we can. Just a parking lot. Nothing special. That's it? Yeah. I mean, what would she expect? Why'd she follow us if she didn't? Never mind. Let's go. I don't know. Am I just too squallish? Am I too squalid? Is that the problem? Let's go to the training arena. Find that save point. Ba-da-da. This is the training center, or as we call it, the Monsters Lair. The monsters are left to run loose so the students, wanna try? You know, I can imagine you doing this on a first date. You're so romantic. Well, if you're putting it as a date. I mean, I didn't say it, you said it. I'm blushing over here. And I kinda just turned off combat. I really don't want to fight anything with 2 party members, especially a T-Rex. That just sounds like a pain in the butt. Can we actually go into the lookout? No, unfortunately not. Okay, but I think that, as they say, is that. Let's go back to intermission. Okay, folks. Let me get these things in order. Let me turn off the sound over here. Let's see. Okay, well, that was Final Fantasy VIII, and this was the Ales and Fails stream. Thank you everyone for popping in today. Thank you to our friend Inigo. Thank you Daft Minions for earlier. Certainly appreciate you, Rich Lich Glitch, wherever you might be, getting some food. And of course, thank you to our friend The Fool. Very much appreciate you all for spending even an iota of your time with us today. Very much appreciated. If you like this nonsense, and I have no idea why you would, I stream on Thursdays and Fridays. On Thursdays, I play retro, and I'm currently playing Final Fantasy VIII as well as Donkey Kong Country 3. And then on Fridays, I stream modern games, and I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Elden Ring. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be playing some more Baldur's Gate 3, so look forward to that. I'm going to say, feel free to look at my schedule. If you want to follow me elsewhere, here are my socials. And I think we're going to go ahead and find somebody to raid. I know that my friend Michaela is currently streaming. I believe she's playing a Legend of Zelda game. Let me see if I can find her. I am fairly certain that she started relatively recently. She's playing Tears of the Kingdom. So if you'd like to watch Tears of the Kingdom, I highly suggest you stay and watch her. Let's go ahead and paste a raid message. If you're a viewer, that's your raid message. If you're a follower, that is your raid message indeed. And you know what? I actually follow my own channel, so I'm going to copy that and paste it as soon as I pop into that stream. But yeah, thank you very much once again, everyone, for jumping into stream. And let's see, let's do this right. As I like to end these things, stay thirsty, Alpac. We'll see you again.